Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to your final week. I can't believe it. Your final week of fourth grade and also your final week of distant learning. Oh my gosh, we have been through such a whirlwind. I'm so incredibly proud of you, and I'm so sad that I don't get to hug you and send you on your way to your summer adventures and everything that's happening. So please know that I'm proud of you. I miss you. And don't forget to come say hi when we start school back up in the fall or whenever that may be, okay? This last week of school will be very different from the previous week, so please make sure you're following along. And if you have any questions, to reach out. But first, welcome to one of my favorite places in Washington, Pike's Place Market. Oh yeah, great food, beautiful flowers and homemade things. One of my favorite places to go visit in downtown Seattle, so yay. So like I said, this week will be different in the times that we're gonna be meeting. So we are gonna meet twice this week. Each will be a whole class group. Okay, so no small groups for the last week of school. It's going to be 2 whole group meetings. We're going to meet on Wednesday as a whole group from 2 to 3 o'clock. And then we're going to meet on Friday, the very last day of school, again from 2 to 3 o'clock as a whole class. So I hope you can make it to say goodbye and to see everyone, okay? Expectations and what we're doing for our first whole group. Again, this is all of us together. Meeting on Wednesday from 2 to 3 o'clock. So you've been working tremendously hard and researching some really interesting people for your research project. Your task for Wednesday is to share with us what you have written. So I'm going to be sending you a paragraph outline, okay? I'm giving you a lot more space for this final project because I really want to see your writing abilities. You have become phenomenal writers, and I'd love to see how you put all of this final paper together without me giving you step by step directions. So what I'm giving you is an outline that will tell you what's going to be in the first paragraph, second, third, and fourth. So there's only 4 paragraphs for this final piece, okay? And when you're writing your final paper, I want you to think about, does it flow together? Does it flow nicely from one paragraph to another? That's something we've worked on. Did you get our attention? Remember, we've talked about the hook to grab someone's attention. Have you ever heard of Amelia Earhart? Did you know that Amelia Earhart was lost over the Atlantic Ocean? Get a question or a fact to get your audience's attention when you start your paper. Practice reading it out loud. I can't stress that enough. Practice, practice, practice. Because when you're reading it to all of us, we want it to sound confident and clear without making mistakes, okay? So make sure you practice with someone in your family. Edit, okay? Read it out loud. Look for awkward sentences. And then at the end, how did you end? Did you practice some of those phrases, now you know, as you can see, in conclusion? How are you wrapping it up to let us know that this is your final ending to your paper? So when you come to group, our whole group on Wednesday, you're going to be sharing your final paper. So you have the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning to write that up. Now you may write it or you may type it. You do not, N-O-T, you do not have to send that to me unless, there's an unless you cannot make it to our whole group, because I do want to see and read what you have written. So if you come, which I hope you do, to our whole group on Wednesday from 2 to 3 o'clock to share our final paper of our research, then you do not have to send it to me. But if you are unable to make it, then yes, you do need to send it to me because I want to see your final product. All right, so that's our first whole group, because remember, we're only meeting twice. Our first whole group on Wednesday from 2 to 3 will be sharing your final paper written or typed up, it's up to you, of your research project, okay? For our final meeting of the 2019-2020 school year as fourth graders, we will meet on Friday from 2 to 3 o'clock. So 2 things are gonna be happening. I'm gonna send you a what to expect in fourth grade pamphlet. Now, some of you might remember that you got one of these pamphlets on Meet Your Teacher. They were on your desks. It was a little folded up pamphlet that said what to expect to be a fourth grader, things to look forward to, things that might have been difficult for my previous students, and also what to expect from me as your teacher. So now you get to pass on that piece of advice to next year's fourth graders. So the third graders who are going to be becoming fourth graders. I really invite you to take your time and think about what are some words of wisdom that you want to share with them? What were things that were difficult for you? Don't make it all sunshine, daisy, and rainbows. Fourth grade's hard. I know, and you did a great job. But how could you prepare someone to be successful, not only as a fourth grader, but also in our class? Maybe share with them a classroom expectation. Maybe share something that you were successful or something that was really hard or scary, but you kept going, okay? Things maybe you could share is a favorite memory, things you've learned, okay? So in the pamphlet, I've asked you to do one of 2 things. I would love for you, if you're able, to complete that and mail it to Dutch Hill Elementary, because then I can get it and give it to next year's third grade or next year's fourth graders. If you can't print it and mail it, which I completely understand, please have it ready, because when you meet on our Friday meeting, okay, as a whole group again, I will write down your responses. So even if you can't mail it to Dutch Hill, you still need to come with it ready, because I'm going to be writing down your responses, because I want your words of wisdom to go to next year's students, okay? Preferred method, if you can send it and mail it, that would be great. But if you can't, I get it, dude. It's all good in the hood. I will write what your responses are for you when we meet as a small, or so used to saying small group, as a whole group together. All right. So the last thought is, what would you want to know if you were to do fourth grade all over again? Like if you were a new fourth grader, what would be some things that you would want to know about your teacher, about the classroom expectations, maybe rules, things that we have to do in our class? But also, what are some things to look forward to? What were some things that were kind of scary, but you rocked it and you did great? You grew as a mathematician. What were some things in math that were exciting or frustrating even? You grew as a writer and a reader, and as a scientist. Think of all those things that we've done, okay? So again, my preferred method is if you could mail it, that would be great. If you can't, just be prepared to share with me what you have written, and I'll write it down for you. It's called a scribe. I'll scribe that for you, okay? After we've shared our pamphlets and advice and words of wisdom, we're gonna end our whole group on Friday from 2 to 3 o'clock, it's a whole group. What's your favorite memory of our class? Now that can be a digital learning memory or an in-class memory. So what is something that really stuck in your mind this year? What was something that you felt very proud of yourself, that, man, decimals were hard, but I got it? What's something that you felt positive and felt good about yourself? Maybe it's a fun memory of around Christmas time or Valentine's Day, or I don't know. What is a memory that sticks out to you? And I'd love for you to share it, because it's nice to end the year on a positive note of a memory that we're really happy about. And I want to end on a happy note with you, okay? So on Friday, for our second whole group, we'll meet on Friday from 2 to 3 o'clock. We'll share our pamphlets and our words of wisdom. And then we'll end with our favorite memory so far, or this year. And then we'll say our final goodbyes for our summer. And there you have it. I can't believe it's done. It's kind of weird, super weird, I know. But you will never forget this time in history. I know I won't forget this time in history. as an educator, and you'll never forget it as a person either. So think about that, okay? Again, if you have any questions of expectations for either of our whole group meetings on Wednesday or Friday, please reach out. And I'm always here for you. And I'll see you guys later, okay? I love you very much. And yeah. All right, friends. I'll see you later. Bye.